Good afternoon. I am Barbara Oberlander, and I will be the moderator for the Alachua County Commission race panel for Districts 2 and 4. District 2 candidates are Jim Gabriel and Lee Pinkerson. District 4 candidates are Cynthia Moore-Chestnut and Susan Baird. The format for this presentation will be as follows. Each candidate will have 2 minutes for their opening statement. Then I will read questions prepared by the League, and each candidate will have 2 minutes to answer. I will rotate the order to whom I have asked the question. As time permits, we will ask written questions submitted by the audience members. League voter service members will determine which, if any of these, will be asked. At approximately 4:20, we will move to the closing statement, and each candidate will have 1.5 minutes for the closing statement. We have timers in the front row who will indicate your remaining time, so please keep an eye on them during your answers. When your time is up, they will ring the bell. We will begin with the 2-minute opening statements for District 2. Mr. Gabriel.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having us here this afternoon. My name is Jim Gabriel. I am the Alachua County candidate for Alachua County Commission District 2. I do live in High Springs. I've been a resident and business owner up there for over 20 years. My wife is a public school teacher. I have 2 young children, 10 and 12. I've been very active in and around the High Springs area in my 20 years up there. 9 of those years serving as city commissioner and mayor. In that time, I have a very strong record that balances fiscal responsibility with providing quality services, investing in infrastructure, protecting the environment, improving community involvement, and working to unify Alachua County. My opponent, on the other hand, has failed the citizens of Alachua County. In the 8 years that he's been on the Alachua County Commission, Alachua County has become the highest taxed county in the state of Florida. County government revenues have grown 80%, and yet they have failed to provide the basic government services that are the very core responsibility of county government, those being public safety. You've all heard in the news lately, the county commission's fight with the sheriff over funding issues. She has very, very serious issues with funding. The jail, fire, roads. There are $400 million in backlog road projects. Alachua County is at bond capacity. That means they cannot borrow money to buy a cheeseburger, folks. The chickens have come home to roost. We have to address these issues in a more aggressive way. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gabriel. Mr. Pinkerson.
Thank you all very much for having us here. I apologize for my voice. I was at the debacle last night, and anyway. I'm Lee Pinkerson. I was born and raised in Alachua County. Went to schools here, graduated from the University of Florida with a BS in Business Administration. My major was in economics. I have been fortunate enough, I'm married, have 3 great kids, and I've worked here. I either worked, managed, or owned a business, the Optical Laboratory, for 31 years. And in that time, I had the opportunity to learn a good deal about business and what you need to do and what how to run a business, and did so effectively for 31 years. During my adult life, I've been in Rotary and been very active in Rotary, and through Rotary, you have the opportunity to try to make a difference in the community, and I've tried very hard. Also, independently of Rotary, I also created the Wooden Barrel Program, which is a program to feed those who need help with meeting the basic necessities with the help of Publix and, at the time, Hitchcock's. And that's been a very successful program. Helped build a house for Habitat for Humanity in 1996, and there were 3 young men in there who I've had the opportunity to mentor for the last, I guess it's 14 years if my math is correct. So been very active as far as trying to make a difference in the community. And in 2002, I thought that maybe it might be good to go ahead and try to do something at a different level. So I ran for the county commission and was fortunate enough to be elected. And it's been an honor to serve for the last 8 years. And I'm sure y'all will have a lot of pithy questions that I look forward to. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pinkerson. Now the opening statements for District 4. Ms. Baird.
Thank you. My name is Susan Baird, and I'm happy to be here, and I'm really thrilled that all of you are here as well to learn as much as possible about the candidates and make such important decisions for all of us. And that's really what propelled me to run in this election when I had seen in the last 10 years how taxes had increased 80%. Yet at the same time, our core services were dropping substantially, just even to find out recently that we have 585 miles of roads, of which 87% of them need some maintenance or major repairs. They have some major core essential services have not been addressed. And as you see a large budget, and this large budget being spent on many different programs, and you see the essential services not being provided for initially and even more responsibly and priority. The next 4 years with declining revenue coming in, just because property values are dropping, there's major problems with employment. Right now, what we need to really try and do is make Alachua County much more business friendly, because prosperity cures all. When we bring more businesses, more jobs, and we're going to improve the quality of life because people will have a good job. That's what the majority of people look for. Well, with all of that, the next 4 years are going to be very tough. We're going to need to make some very important decisions, some very difficult decisions. And with my business background, I have an MBA from the University of Michigan, criminal justice undergrad, Spanish literature, and have been in business for the last 10 years here in Alachua County and have done very well, because if you prioritize, you can make anything happen. And the other thing, too, is I live by the motto, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I have a very good sense of direction of what is right for Alachua County. So when people are making very important decisions for you, you need to make sure that they also have in their heart and in their capacity mentally to do what is best for Alachua County.
Thank you, Ms. Baird. Ms. Chestnut.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to share the afternoon with you. I'm Cynthia Moore Chestnut. I have lived in Gainesville, seems like forever. I've been married to Charles Chestnut for the last 36 years. I have a bachelor's in speech pathology, a master's in speech pathology, and a doctorate in public administration. I've had the opportunity to serve you on the City Commission, 10 years in the legislature, where I chaired the House Education Committee and chaired, vice chair of House Appropriations, and then since 2002 on the County Commission. I've been very involved in this community during my time here. I'm a member of Rotary. I serve on the Library Governing Board. I serve on the Elder Options Advisory Board. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, who's very involved in health initiatives in this community, the Links, and the Visionaires. I'm on the Board of Trustees of my church, Mount Pleasant United Methodist Church. During my career, what I have concentrated on is fiscal responsibility. Fiscal responsibility, jobs, looking at collaboration to bring jobs to our community, and our infrastructure. Alachua County has 900 miles of road that we take care of. And we've been trying to take care of those roads on $6 million a year. And that is not enough to address the backlog in road maintenance repairs that we need. I would like to have the opportunity, and at the end, come back to you on, I'd like to be able to continue. I look forward to answering your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Each candidate will have the opportunity to answer each question. Please indicate if you wish me to repeat the question. We will begin the first question to District 2 candidates. Do you think it is appropriate for local government to approve DRIs or other in-place plans where bus rapid transit is an element but is without funding or a method of funding? Mr. Pinkerson.
Thank you very much. The DRI, I guess the major component of that is the transportation portion of the DRIs. As far as DRIs are concerned, yes, I think that the county commission should be the ones who go through the process because of all the information that comes with the DRI, which is a major land use development plan. As far as the bus rapid transit portion of it, because of the issues with concurrency, if we want any development to take place, most of our major roads we're at capacity through the growth that's taken place along those arterials, plus the growth that has happened outside our county, and people come because the University of Florida and Gainesville is a major economic hub. We have people coming from outside our county to come here for employment, which creates a burden on our roads. As far as the DRI and the bus rapid transit, as far as the funding is concerned, the Alachua County Commission has put into place in all the DRIs that involve bus rapid transit that the individual DRIs have to provide funding for 15 years, and so that it can pay for itself once the developments start. So as far as there's a funding mechanism in place, yes, I am in favor of using that component in order to have the DRIs take place.
Thank you. Mr. Gabriel.
Yes, I am a proponent of local control. I think that there are safeguards built within the comprehensive plan that is, of course, mandated by the state. So there are safeguards already built in. I believe that in a lot of areas, the Department of Community Affairs, DCA, is really adds another redundant level of government through this whole process. And I think in most cases, if not in all cases, it can be handled through the regional planning councils, which can provide those kinds of regional assessments of impact for a particular project. So I do believe that more local control over those DRIs is a favorable way to go. Thank you.
Thank you.